Facebook groups have been getting a lot of hate recently. People accusing Facebook groups of not getting any engagement. Other people complaining about getting content removed from their Facebook groups. And some people claiming that Facebook groups are dead altogether. So if you're hesitant about starting or growing a Facebook group, I get it. But what's your alternative? Building an engaged online community is still the best way to sell your courses, your services, your products, and your coaching. So if you're not using Facebook groups, what are you using to build that community? Lots of companies have stepped up with community building options off of Facebook, but recently Meta itself launched an alternative to Facebook groups. And in this video, you're going to see the new community building option that Meta just released and how to use it to make more sales and get more clients for your online business. Let's dive in. While I still personally do love using Facebook groups for my online communities, I understand the benefit of having more options. And there are companies who have started providing alternatives to Facebook groups. Think of School or Circle or Mighty Networks. And while those options do have some neat features, there's one thing that's crucial for your business that they're all missing. And let me show you an example over here. I'm using SimilarWeb to compare School versus Facebook. And you can see the monthly visits on School.com is about 18 million, whereas the monthly visits over on Facebook is over 12 billion. Ideally, you want your community to be in the same place as your audience, which is why Mark Zuckerberg just announced Messenger Communities. Over here in one of his posts, he's talking about new releases from Meta, and he says, we're making it easier to build communities with people on Messenger. Well, let's take a look at how these Messenger communities actually work. Here's what Meta's told us so far. It says you can create a dedicated community on Messenger to connect with people with shared interests. These communities are managed by community admins, and they can be found and joined by anyone on Messenger. They are not Facebook groups. They do not include the same features as Facebook groups. So you can see from the description, they sound very similar to Facebook groups, but they operate in Messenger. Now let's take a look at exactly how they work. To start a Messenger community, you're going to need to do this through your mobile device. So you're going to go over to mobile and you're going to click on the hamburger menu up here in the top left-hand corner. And when you do that, if Messenger communities are available to you, you'll notice the community section right here. And you can click on this plus create community button to start your community. Once you click that button, you're going to see this screen. It says build a chat-based community on Messenger. And then underneath it says plan events, find support, and share information with your community all in one place. No Facebook group needed. Well, let's scroll through and see what else Meta tells us. First, we see these Messenger communities can have up to 5,000 members. It says create a community space on Messenger for any group or organization and give it room to grow. What else? Well, Meta tells us that there's going to be simple tools to help your community thrive. It says unlock admin tools to help you safely manage your community so that you can focus on building relationships. And that's really it, not a whole lot of information. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the Get Started button. And this is the first screen that you're gonna see. It asks what's your community about? And you're given a bunch of options. It could be a neighborhood group, a social group, for a school, hobbies and interests, for gaming. I'm gonna go ahead and click on custom because I want my group to be about business. And the next screen looks like this. It gives you an option to customize your group with an image, name of your community, an intro to your community. And then this one setting down here is important. It says require approval to join. And right now by default, this is turned off. And you can see it says new members don't need to be approved. You can change this at any time in your community settings. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna customize my community, and here's what I've got. I added an image, I added a name for my community. It's called Dave's Online Biz Community. And the description says, welcome everyone, this community is for members to share strategies for growing online businesses. You'll notice that I did toggle on require approval to join. And this now says new members need to be approved. Think about this very similar to Facebook groups. If you have a public Facebook group, anyone can join it. Whereas if you make your group on Facebook private, then people need to request to join and an admin can approve them and then they join. So same thing here. I want new members to request to join and then an admin will approve them before they actually get access to the community. Speaking of which, who can see the community? Let's click on this. Who can see this community? Meta tells us about this community. It says this community is visible to anyone on Messenger, but only members can see who's in it and messages they send. So again, think about Facebook groups. A private Facebook group can be seen and found by anyone on Facebook, but people who aren't members inside the group, they can't see who the other members are. They can't see the conversation happening inside that Facebook group. Very similar for the Messenger community. It says this community may be shown as a suggestion to anyone on Messenger. So Meta is telling us that it may promote your Messenger community for you. We're going to talk more about that in just a second. And then it says admins can delete content and suspend or remove members. And then there's a link here to more community standards. Once you click on this Got It button, you're going to be taken back to this customization screen. And what you want to do is click on the preview button there. That will show you a preview of what your Messenger community is going to look like. Earlier, Meta told us that there are tools that are going to allow you to grow your Messenger community. You can see some of those tools right now. There's the main chat, which operates much like a group chat in Messenger. And then you can make announcements, you can create events, and you can make recommendations. These are the only tools available inside these Messenger communities right now, but it's likely that Meta will add more tools as Messenger communities become more popular. So I'm going to click on Create a Community, and what that's going to do is take you to a screen like this, and you can see here it says Dave's Online Community, and then it includes the welcome message that I wrote earlier. And here there are 3 ways that you can start growing your Messenger community. First, you can do a search. You can search for any of your friends on Facebook. I've searched for Lucy here and I added her. You'll see that Meta also suggests 2 other ways that you can grow your community. Through the group chats that you've already established inside a Messenger. So you can click on one of these group chats and send an invite to everyone who's inside that group chat. And then you can also go through all of your suggested friends. So Meta is suggesting some people based on your Messenger history who may want to be part of this new Messenger community. And so once you've selected some people, as I have with Lucy here, you can click on this send button, and that's going to send them an invitation to join your Messenger community. And once you've done all that and you go back over into Messenger, into the settings, you'll see that under communities, here it is, Dave's Online Biz Community. And clicking on that will take you inside a Messenger conversation. Again, much like group Messenger conversations. So that's how you can set up your Messenger community. But why should you? What's the advantage of doing this? Well, there's really 3 advantages that I see in setting up a Messenger community, perhaps over a Facebook group. First, it could be less work for you. Think about a group chat in Messenger. It's an ongoing conversation. Therefore, the expectation for you to consistently create content may be lower. I'll show you over here inside one of my Facebook groups. This is inside the audience and influence group. I'm always creating content in here. I'm always sharing new strategies and new ideas for business owners who want to use Facebook to get clients and grow their online businesses. It's possible that this amount of content won't be necessary inside of a Messenger community. That's the first advantage. The second advantage is that there's potential for high reach inside your Messenger community. And here's what I mean by that. I'm going to go over inside of Facebook Messenger and think about your conversations in Messenger. When someone sends you a new message, what happens? Well, that conversation moves to the top of your Messenger, and you also get this blue dot, this notification that you received a message. And so assuming Meta is going to continue treating Messenger communities like it does with Messenger conversations, there's high visibility when there's activity happening inside your community. And so it's very likely that when someone logs into Messenger and they see that there's new conversation happening, they're going to take a look and they'll see what you posted inside that community. The third potential advantage of using a Messenger community is it could be very easy to transition conversations from the community into private DMs. The people inside your community, they're already conversing with you inside a Messenger, so it won't feel strange or out of place for them to also receive a personal DM from you. And so this could be really great for booking sales calls or closing sales inside of private DMs. So those are potentially some great advantages of Messenger communities. Does this mean that everyone needs to abandon Facebook groups and go start Messenger communities? Well, perhaps not. There are a couple potential disadvantages of using a Messenger community. The first is how easy it will be to grow your Messenger communities. And you'll remember earlier Meta suggested that it could promote your communities inside a Messenger. Well, that could be great, but we don't know exactly how that's going to play out. Whereas Facebook groups are heavily promoted all over Facebook. I'll show you an example here. I went over to this group, Investing 101 for Beginners, and I could request to join that group, but check out what Meta's doing right below it. It's advertising all these other groups, helping these groups grow as well. And this is just one example of how Facebook groups are very easy to grow organically just by the nature of how they're displayed on the Facebook platform. We don't know if that's going to be the case for Messenger communities at this point. In addition to that, you'll remember that Meta specifically told us Messenger communities are capped at 5,000 members. And that's not true at all for Facebook groups. You can easily have tens or hundreds of thousands of members inside your group. And finally, Meta also alluded to the fact that there are going to be limited tools inside of Messenger communities, whereas inside of Facebook groups, you can create all sorts of content. You can go live with your audience. It's very easy to engage an audience inside of a Facebook group because of all the tools you have at your disposal. So for me right now, I'm sticking with Facebook groups, but I am going to be testing Messenger communities to see how Meta grows them in the future. And on top of all that, I also have a secret weapon that allows me to grow all my businesses on Facebook, and that secret weapon is Unipro. Unipro is an amazing tool that goes out onto Facebook. It finds your ideal leads. It brings those leads over into your audience, including Facebook groups. It nurtures those leads and makes sure your leads see your content. It strikes up conversations with them inside a messenger and then helps make them offers at the time that they're most likely to buy from you. Unipro has been a game changer for my online business, and I know it will be for you as well. So if you haven't checked out Unipro yet, go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. That's what I've got for you in this video, all about Messenger communities. If this was helpful, give this video a like. And if you have any questions about Messenger communities, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you're growing an online business and you're using Facebook, you're using Messenger, you got to check out Unipro. Go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. Thanks for checking out this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.